Welcome back, my friend. In this video, I want to tell you why stopping giving a fuck about everything in your life right now will make you far more successful, how it changed my life, and how you actually get there in the end. The reason why I know this is because I've read an incredible amount of self-help, self-improvement, various different books. All of these books, they have amazing different things you can take from them, and I attribute a lot of my success to having read a lot of books. But a lot of them, the good ones, will lead you to an answer, and the answer is suffering comes from inside of yourself, not from your external reality. And that the inner suffering is all that you ever face. That outer suffering, no matter how bad, with the right mindset, with the right way of looking at results and looking at the way you feel, that you won't suffer anymore. And that's a pretty good thing, because there's a lot of internal suffering going on, probably for you and for a lot of people in the world, for most people in the world, for myself as well. And this is how I kind of built my path through that internal suffering, and why conquering that internal suffering allows you to enjoy the fruits of the world. And if you don't learn to conquer the internal suffering, you will never enjoy the fruits of the world or the fruits of your labor, no matter how successful you become. So it's really step number one for anyone, and it's step number 100, no matter how far you are. It's just the thing you need to know. Some of you will know part of my story, but when I moved from my 9 to 5 to go all in on my dream and build a personal brand, change my life forever, I ended up in Koh Samui, Thailand, a beautiful island paradise. That island paradise, before I learned to control my inner suffering, was the same hell as my 9 to 5, because I realized that the internal suffering was all I had, that it wasn't a change in location I needed, it wasn't a change in job or lifestyle that I needed. I needed those things, but the thing that was going to unlock those for me was a change internally. And the way I figured this out was I got to Thailand and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the pleasantries, I enjoyed the beaches and the workouts and the girls and the good fun and the freedom. That was all amazing, and I felt good, temporarily happy. But at the end of the day, you've got to make money, and that's not going to last, living on your savings. And I needed a way to become successful in business and get my content to pop off and all those sorts of things. And I drove myself mad, very nearly mad in the head, trying to achieve those things. I would go, I was just an insane person at that time. I was working all day, all the way through the day, doing things that weren't working. Nothing was gaining any space for me or making me enough money to live. And I was getting increasingly frustrated and angered at the world, and just thinking, wow, I hate this. I feel terrible all the time. I'm constantly worried. I'm constantly anxious. I can't get away from it. And I remember one day being very close to having no money left and buying my own, I was doing like a fitness course at the time and testosterone boosting, like high ticket program. And I bought it on my own Amex credit card so I could liquidate the cash and take it out of a cash machine. I remember getting that money and thinking, wow, okay, we're at the final stage here. And I realized something. I thought, you know what? I spend all this time worrying. It hasn't helped anything. It didn't make me work better. It made the work I did do not a joy to do. It made me living in the paradise I wanted and having temporary freedom not enjoyable. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I decided that life was pretty good, that I was healthy, I was in the best shape of my life, that I had a girlfriend in Thailand, I could just live with her if I ran out of money. I didn't have to go home. I'd figure something out. And I took all the pressure of success, all that pressure of having to be something bigger than what I was. I took that all away, and off I went with my $5,000 to enjoy my life. And as soon as I got rid of that, and I would call that stopping giving a fuck about what other people think of you, what you think of yourself, the success, all of that stuff, when you stop giving a fuck about it, but you still act, that's the most important part. You still take unrelenting action. I started to take my actions, and I took them clearer, and I made better content, and I got on YouTube, and I got out of my own way, and I stopped trying to make the perfect video and instead made videos every day. And sure enough, day by day, the dreams started to become true. my thoughts, my inner being, who I was, had started to change, and my outer reality reflected that. And that's because that's all it is. Your inner reality constructs everything. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. What you think and feel in your mind is what the world will give you. And my mind had decided that it was going to enjoy life and enjoy the fruits of its labor and have a good time and still do the actions and still do the work and still be disciplined, but enjoy it. Just the mindset switch of thinking, you know what, I'm going to fucking enjoy it. And if it doesn't go well, who cares? I'll live, I'll be all right. When I made that switch, I started getting sales. I started getting traffic in my YouTube. I made my first online product, a course that people could buy without me having to talk to them, which is the Triple Your Testosterone program. Some of the OGs will remember that from back in the day. It was a $99 course. That course took me from zero, or less than zero, to 10K a month within a month of making that mental switch. And I never looked back. And I tried to stay in that mindset. And in periods of time, business fluctuates, it goes up and down. And there's probably times you've seen me take times away from content. And the reason why is because I struggle too. And the struggle comes when you start giving a fuck too much. When you start thinking far too much about who you're gonna be and what other people think and the success, and you stop enjoying the journey and you get too in your own head. And when you let all of that go and you just relax into it, you stop giving a fuck, but you still take the unrelenting action, that's when life really changes for you and your experience of life changes for you. Because you don't want to build success through this unending struggle. It's not, you won't enjoy the success. You don't want to build the life of your dreams whilst living in hell, because you will transport hell into the life of your dreams. No matter, take it from me, no matter how big the mansion, the money, the cars, the girls, you will not enjoy it unless your mental state, who you are inside, is sound. And I don't know if I can give you any actionable advice on doing that. I would say identify your limiting beliefs. When you think in your head, the negative voice that comes in on why you can't do something, you need to identify and see what that is. And you need to start to retrain that through small actions in your life. And just through that mindset shift of, I'm going to enjoy things now. No matter whether they're good or bad, I'm going to enjoy my life. And that's all I've got for you today. But hopefully that reaches some of you and eases your suffering or your pain, because life can be purely suffering and pain if you don't learn to control the mind. And I'll go further into this, deeper into this in other videos. If you want to learn how I created my personal brand, my business, how I changed my life, how I created a hero's journey, the mental models I use, then come and join us in the Icon Blueprint call that's going on. Free live call on Sunday. And I'll just be honest with you right now, at the end of that, I'm selling something because it's my business. I don't want to lie to you. The call is an incredible amount of value that you can come and sit on for free. And if you want at the end, there'll be an incredible offer, the best offer I've ever done on a product. Just so you know, just to be totally transparent with you, I do sell things, it is my job, and I'm on the internet doing that. So I'm not going to try and be one of those guys that says, come watch this free thing, it's all free. I don't sell anything. I do sell things. People have to live. That's a part of life. Like, we sell things and we sell great things that we're super passionate about, and this thing is the best thing I've ever made. So if you'd like to, come and enjoy the free value. And if you'd like to, after that, come and join us on an even bigger adventure. But it's been a pleasure. I'll see you very soon. Adios, amigos. Whoop-ah!